Hello. You've finally woken up. You must be feeling lost and confused right now, unsure of where you are and who I am.
I do, a little bit.
Don't worry. I'm here to help you. I need to tell you something that might be hard for you to hear, but it's important that you know.
What is it?
This isn't the first time this has happened. You've woken up with no memory before. Every night, your memory is reset. You cannot remember yesterday or any day before that. After a failed suicide attempt, you went through a lot of stress, and that's why you can't remember things.
Who are you?
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My apologies. My name is Marana. Your mom hired me to look after you, as every night you wake up, oblivious to the world around you. My role is to be a beacon in the early hours, to help you navigate through the confusion. Of course, I am also here to assist you in regaining your memory. By the way, my duty is to provide you with a guide on what to do when I'm not around, and where to find essential items you might need. Here, this is the guide. As you can see, it's a bit worn out since you've used it prior. In case of emergencies, the first aid kit is in your cabinet at the very bottom. You'll instantly recognize it. It looks like a typical first aid kit. Just to be on the safe side, I've sketched a picture of it here in the guide, so you can be sure you found the right box. To get to the kitchen, you will need to leave your room, walk straight down the corridor, then take a left. That's where you'll find the kitchen. If something happens to either of us, dial 911. That's the number for emergency services. Your phone is on the table. The phone is switched on and fully charged. You've always had a knack for figuring out how to use it, so I'm sure you won't have any issues there. What else was there? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, right. If you have to call an ambulance, you'll need to know your address. It's 4 Buttiff Street, Arc City. It might be a bit challenging to remember right now, so I understand. However, everything I have just told you is written down on this note. Please, keep it safe and always have it with you, okay?
Okay.
Great. You're doing very well. Now, to add a little joy to the moment, I've prepared something special for you. I cooked your all-time favorite dish, toast with egg. It's important to fuel your body. After eating, I can give you a tour around your room and help you discover more about your life that's been temporarily forgotten. So don't rush yourself. Eat at your own pace. I'll be here.
Okay.
Well, since you're done with your meal, we have one more thing to do. You'll need to take these pills. They're antidepressants. They've been prescribed by a doctor to keep any panic attacks at bay. Without them, things could become difficult, and I don't want that for you. I don't want to appear as if I'm forcing you to take some strange pills, especially if you are uncomfortable. That is not my intention. While it's a condition for me to be able to show you the room, the decision is completely yours. Just so you know, regardless of your choice, I will still guide you around the room. And I understand if you choose not to take them. Will you take these pills or not?
I will take these pills.
I had faith you would make the right choice. You'll need to take 2 pills to ensure everything goes smoothly. I know it might sound a bit daunting, taking 2 instead of 1, but trust me on this. Nothing adverse will happen. Here, these are the pills. Just take them with water and let them do their job. I've noticed a shift in your gaze. Are you feeling all right? Please, you must tell me. If the antidepressants are affecting you adversely, it's better to stop taking them.
I'm alright.
Okay then. The next thing we need to do is explore your room. However, I see that it will be difficult for you to get up, and you'll certainly need my assistance. Give me your hand so I can help you rise. I understand that you are curious and have many questions. Let's do a question and answer session before we check out your room. Choose your questions carefully, because I won't answer them a second time. Of course, you can save and revisit these questions, but where's the thrill in that? Trust your initial instinct. That's my advice. So, what do you want to know?
Where's my mom? Why did I decide to attempt suicide? Where's my mom?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't see her when I visit you. It wouldn't be right for me to ask where she is, because she is my boss. So I cannot fully answer that. But I think she is working hard for you. Do you have any other questions?
Why did my mom hire you? Why is it night and not morning? Well, she just explained why.
You have a disrupted sleep pattern, falling asleep during the day and waking up at night. It seems this can't be corrected. Ever since you left school, you've been very neglectful of your sleep routine. Now you face the consequences. Do you have any other questions?
Why do you look so strange? How can I remember everything forever?
I'm not even sure whether to take that as a compliment or not. If, in your understanding, strange means unconventional, then I am actually quite impressed. I always want to make an intriguing impression, not a pleasant one, but an interesting one. Because to leave a pleasant impression on people, you often have to just nod along with them. You're probably wondering about my makeup, right? I love to experiment with my face and try out different looks. So far, this is my favorite. You should enjoy life and do what you like without worrying what others think. Want to wear weird makeup? Go for it. Want to wear odd gloves? Put them on. Yes, people might give you odd looks, and yes, they might judge, but so what? People who pass you by won't remember you in 10 minutes, and I won't stress about it. Those unfortunate 2 minutes of judgment can be endured. It's true what they say. People love to talk about themselves. Sorry. Do you have any other questions?
What happened to your hands? What are those triangle under your eyes? Triangle?
For now, unfortunately, I can't answer that question. It's personal. All I can say is that it was an unfortunate accident. That's all you can know. All right, that's enough questions from you. Let's move on to inspecting the room. Well, I'll step back now, and you can hover the cursor and click on the items that interest you. This is a poster of a rock band you liked as a child. You know, you used to buy these posters and stick them up, but later on you thought it was a bad decision. At least this poster still hangs here, reminding you of your childhood and how you were a huge fan of this band. I think removing the poster is not a good idea. It would take off the wallpaper as well, ruining the look of your apartment. You can continue looking around the room. I should start by saying that all information I'll share comes from your mother. This is your laptop. You enjoyed listening to audiobooks and playing games. You also used the laptop for your studies. You even made friends online to play games with. This laptop is like an extension of you. You practically spent all your time on it. As soon as you left school, you initially spent a lot of time on your laptop. Apparently, you were attempting to isolate yourself from reality and its consequences, but soon after, you grew tired of it and stopped playing video games. I'm not sure if it was a good or bad decision, but it definitely changed your life a bit. If you want more detailed information, like the games you played or the books you read, feel free to ask and I'll gladly answer.
I want to know more. No, I don't want. I want to know more.
If I were you, I would want to know more about myself too. You weren't particularly fond of books, but occasionally you'd take your laptop, lie down in bed, and read. Additionally, you obviously played games. In total, you've clocked 2,000 hours in games, but that's considering your detachment from school.
That sounds like me, that's for sure.
After you left school, you initially played a lot, but then you stopped and didn't touch games anymore.
Yeah, that depression, I remember that. It was like... It was yesterday, or today.
This is your diary, the most important thing you have, and reading it might take some time. But since you've clicked on it, you definitely need to read it. I won't disturb you during this time. Read at your own pace. If you want to share your emotions after reading, I'll be glad to listen.
Anxiety, depression, sadness, emptiness, hatred, anger, loneliness took apart inside me. I remember that. Not video games, not studying, nothing helps with that. It's so hard to control. You can't, it's so painful too. I remember that day when she left. Sadness. The overdose kills. You end up in the hospital and, yeah, it's kind of sadness. Wake up. She ignores me and doesn't wake up. I felt goosebumps again. I couldn't breathe. I'm really scared to touch her. I don't know. I'm very afraid. I can't see her face while she's sleeping. It was covered by hair. But I had no other choice. I gathered the courage and touched her. She quickly grabbed my hand with her terrifying black hands. I still couldn't see her face. I try hard to break free from her grasp, but these attempts are unsuccessful. Visions start in my eyes. I begin to see weird monsters laughing at me. Their voices echo loudly in my head, and I can't say anything. Morana starts squeezing my hand tighter and tighter.
This is the beginning, my dear.